had a recipe rolling around in my head for a couple weeks now. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to find out together. We've got a whole chicken, some Philly cream cheese, baby carrots, BT Lee's. This is a rub I haven't tried yet. Something to cluck about. Herb and citrus smells so good. Baby red potatoes. Another rub I have not tried yet. Chipotle ranch from Far Out Foodz. Smells amazing. And some chopped spinach. So we're going to find out what I can do with this, and we'll get ready to get started here in just a second. So to get us started, we took some cream cheese, mixed it together with some spinach, seasoned it up with some BT Lee's, something to cluck about. Citrus and herb aroma coming out of this jar is just amazing. So this is going to go back in the refrigerator until we're ready for it. So as you can see here, we've taken the wings off of this chicken. Interesting chicken, had 3 hearts in it. You never know what they're doing at those processing plants. So our goal is to remove the skin from this chicken as much in one piece as we can. So I've scored each leg where the skin is, and we're going to start by trying to go underneath this breast and loosen this up. So far that's coming off of there pretty nicely, actually. We'll get rid of what's connecting that. Looks like it's got some places where it wants to hold on to it. So now that we've got our skin off of the chicken, we're going to remove all the bones from this chicken. We're going to start off by scoring each side of the backbone. And then we're going to remove said backbone. These pruning shears work really well, especially if you're doing a larger bird such as a turkey. This makes it much easier to cut through all of this. With that removed, clean this up just a little bit in here. We're going to make an incision. There's a cartilage right here. Just cut that a couple of times, grab the bird, pop it open. If you find there's a cartilage that runs down the bottom of this, once that's removed, you can pull that right out of there. And that cartilage should come with it if it didn't get broken in the process. So with that removed, it should be a pretty easy process. We're just going to remove all the bones. So now that we have removed all the bones from our chicken, we've taken all that. There was some meat left on there, kind of planned it that way. We're going to put this in a pot of boiling water, cover it up, and bring it to a boil, simmer it for, I don't know, a couple, 3 hours until we're ready to put that chicken on. Get some good broth out of this to use. The next step in our process, we laid all the boneless chicken out. We butterflied this breast, made one cut each side to lay it open a little bit more. So at this point, we are ready to get to seasoning this with the BT Leigh's. Put a nice generous coating. This is all the inside of the chicken that we boned. Get a good flavor going in there. So we've taken our boneless chicken, spread it out, gave it a generous helping of BT Leigh's something to cluck about, both sides. Put our spinach and cream cheese in the center, and now we're going to put these chicken legs in the center of this. The goal here is that we butterflied that out enough that we're going to be able to roll this. So we'll get ready to do that. We'll be back with you in just a second. So now that we're ready to roll and tie our chicken, we've got the skin we took off all in one piece. We're going to hit this with some boiling water to break up all those fat cells and give us a much more crispy skin when this is all said and done. It'll shrink that up a little bit, rupture those fat cells, and hopefully we're going to have a really nice crisp chicken skin over the top of this. So now that we've scalded this chicken skin to get some of the fat out of it, we've laid it out on the cutting board with 4 pieces of string. This is where we're going to find out if this is going to work or not. We're going to put this on top of that skin and try to bring this all the way around it. I don't know how we're going to manage that, but we'll see. We'll get this first one started. We can always take it off if we need to reposition it. Don't want it too tight because we don't want to squash everything out of there. Try to keep the skin pulled up as much as we can. May have to do some adjusting once this is tied up, but I think we're on the right track here. So we managed to get this completely tied up with the skin on it. My only concern is the ends are a little open. We may get some cream cheese leaking out of there. So next, we are going to put a good coating of the BT Leigh's, something to cluck about, on the outside of the skin. Now you can see that cream cheese is already oozing out of there a little bit. That concerns me. But hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Now that we've got this seasoned up, we're going to put this on the spit. I think right about there should be right. Try to get that as centered as we can for balance. And we may want to be a little further that way. All right, one last step and we'll be good to go. We're down to the final steps here, guys. We chopped up our baby carrots and red potatoes. We're going to transfer those into this pan. Once we get these all in here, it's going to be time for a little Far Out Foodz Chipotle Ranch. This just screams potatoes when you smell this. I got a feeling this is going to be amazing. So we're going to put a good liberal coating all over this. One last thing left to do. So we've got the stock that we've been cooking, all the boneless parts we took out of that chicken. We are going to pour some of that juice, great broth, into this pan. Wow, that should be just about right. And we are ready to go on the grill, guys. We've had the chicken and vegetables on the next grill about an hour and 15 minutes now. Dialed it into 275. This grill never disappoints me. I know it's kind of hard to see in this light, guys. I apologize, but that's coming along nicely. We're going to let that go. Internal temp about 150, and then we're going to turn the infrared on and crisp that skin up nicely. Take it up to 175 internal, and it'll be time for dinner. We're about 2 hours and 45 minutes in. We're going to get a look at this and a temperature reading real quick. We've already stirred those veggies a couple times, keep them in the broth. That's coming along nicely. So we'll turn this rotisserie off for a second. Let's see what we got going here in the center. We're barely at 130 pretty much everywhere in the middle. So we got a ways to go. We're going to take that up to 150 internal, turn the infrared on. So we got a ways to go yet, guys. We just crossed the 4-hour mark and we temping out at 175 internal. Oh, it is perfect. Skin is nice and crisp. We're going to pull this off, cut it open, see how we did. Off the grill, it's looking good. Want to shout out to John Kelly for riding shotgun this afternoon. If you're not following John on Twitter, you're missing out. So let's just cut this strings and all and see how we did. Well, cut nice. Oh, I think we did good. We'll get this on the plate and let you get another look. We've got this all plated up. I'll tell you, it is so juicy and so tender. Great flavor. That Chipotle ranch gave those veggies a nice little tang. And there's something to cluck about. Amazing flavor in that chicken. All in all, I'd say we did pretty darn well. Thanks for following along, guys.